Did you know that some of the healthiest vegetables on your plate could secretly be raising your risk of stroke after 60? Yes, even spinach, beetroot, or kale, the same superfoods that kept you healthy for decades, might now work against your aging body if they are eaten in the wrong way or combined with certain medications. I'm Dr. Rahman, and today I want to share something most seniors never hear from their doctors: why certain vegetables can become too powerful for the aging body, how they affect your blood pressure and circulation, and what simple adjustments will keep your brain and heart safe while you still enjoy your favorite foods. Stay with me until the end, because understanding this can literally protect you from silent strokes that often go unnoticed until it is too late. For most of your life, you have heard one simple rule: eat more vegetables. And that advice has kept generations healthy. Vegetables are packed with vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and fiber that protect you from heart disease, diabetes, and even cancer. But here is the truth many forget: the body you have at 60 is not the same body you had at 30. Metabolism slows down. Kidneys and liver filter more slowly, and blood vessels stiffen with age. That means the way your body processes nutrients, even the healthy ones, begins to change. At younger ages, your system easily balances vitamin K, potassium, and nitrates found in vegetables. But once you cross 60, especially if you take medications for blood pressure, cholesterol, or blood thinning, those same nutrients can behave differently. So vegetables do not suddenly become bad for you. Your body simply becomes more sensitive, more reactive, and in some cases more vulnerable. Let's start by understanding how stroke risk changes with age. After 60, your blood vessels lose elasticity, like an old garden hose that becomes stiff and less flexible. This stiffness makes it harder for blood to flow smoothly, and tiny clots can form more easily. Your blood pressure also tends to fluctuate more. Sometimes it goes too high from stress or salt. Other times, especially with medication, it drops too low. Your kidneys clear waste more slowly, and your liver breaks down nutrients at a slower rate. This combination means that even normal amounts of certain compounds can stay longer in your system and have a stronger effect. If a vegetable naturally thins the blood or lowers pressure, that effect might now be doubled, creating an imbalance you never noticed before. That imbalance, not the vegetable itself, is where the hidden risk lies. Let's talk about leafy greens like spinach, kale, collard greens, and broccoli. These foods are famous for good reason. They are rich in antioxidants, fiber, and essential minerals. But they are also loaded with vitamin K, a nutrient that controls how your blood clots. If you are on a blood-thinning medicine such as warfarin, also known as Coumadin, your doctor carefully adjusts your dose to keep your blood from clotting too quickly. Warfarin works by blocking the action of vitamin K. So when you suddenly eat large amounts of spinach or kale, your vitamin K level spikes, and the medicine becomes less effective. Your blood may clot faster than intended, quietly increasing the chance of a stroke. On the other hand, If you completely stop eating greens after having them daily, your vitamin K level drops, and your blood may become too thin, raising the risk of internal bleeding. The solution is not to avoid greens, but to stay consistent. Eat roughly the same portion each day so your doctor can calibrate your medication correctly. If you love spinach or kale, enjoy them regularly in moderate amounts, not huge bowls one week and none the next. Consistency keeps your blood chemistry stable and your risk low. Now let's look at nitrate-rich vegetables such as beetroot, lettuce, celery, and arugula. These foods contain natural nitrates that your body converts into nitric oxide, a compound that relaxes blood vessels and improves circulation. That sounds wonderful, and for many people it is. Athletes even use beet juice to boost performance. But in older adults who take blood pressure medicine, the same effect can sometimes go too far. If your blood vessels relax too much, your pressure may drop suddenly. You might feel dizzy when standing, lightheaded after a meal, or unusually tired. If this happens often, those repeated dips in blood pressure can slowly damage tiny blood vessels in your brain, a process doctors call microstrokes. That's why moderation matters. Half a glass of beet juice a few times a week is excellent. Large daily servings may cause trouble. Also, if you use nitrate-based medication for chest pain or take certain pressure pills, the combination can lower your blood pressure dangerously. Stay hydrated, eat balanced meals, and let your doctor know about any strong vegetable juices you drink regularly. Another group of vegetables needs attention for a different reason: potassium and sodium balance. Tomatoes, sweet potatoes, and avocados are rich in potassium, which usually protects the heart by helping control blood pressure. But when kidney function declines with age, or when you take medications like ACE inhibitors or potassium-sparing diuretics, potassium can build up in your blood. Too much potassium can disturb the heart's rhythm, causing fatigue, weakness, or an irregular pulse. At the same time, many seniors rely on canned or pickled vegetables for convenience, unaware that each serving may contain large amounts of sodium. High sodium stiffens arteries and raises blood pressure, two of the strongest stroke triggers. Whenever possible, choose fresh or lightly steamed vegetables instead of canned ones. If canned food is necessary, rinse it under running water to wash away up to 40% of the salt. Simple steps like this lower pressure naturally without medicine changes. Let's also talk about oxalates, natural compounds found in spinach, beet greens, and Swiss chard. Oxalates can bind with calcium in your body. In moderation, they are harmless, but in excess, especially when you are dehydrated or have weak kidneys, they can form tiny crystals that strain your urinary system. Over time, that strain can subtly raise blood pressure and stress the kidneys, which indirectly increases stroke risk. The fix is easy. Boil or lightly steam these greens and drain the water. That reduces oxalate content while preserving most nutrients. By now, you can see that aging changes everything, even absorption. After 60, your stomach produces less acid and fewer enzymes, slowing digestion. nutrients linger longer in the bloodstream. Vitamin K, potassium, and nitrates stay active for hours more than before. So your healthy lunch of beet salad and spinach soup might hit your bloodstream just as your morning medication peaks. The result can be fatigue, dizziness, or sudden blurred vision, early warning signs that your circulation is out of sync. The goal isn't to fear vegetables, but to time them wisely. Eat balanced meals, avoid taking medicine on an empty stomach, and space your food through the day so nutrient peaks and drug peaks do not collide. Let me share a story. Mr. Karim, age 68, believed he was eating perfectly. Every morning, he drank a tall beet-carrot juice and ate a kale salad for lunch. After a few months, he began feeling lightheaded. One afternoon, he fainted while gardening. Tests showed his blood pressure was extremely low and his electrolytes slightly imbalanced. Nothing fatal, but a warning. We adjusted his diet. Smaller beet servings, cooked spinach twice a week, and better hydration. Within weeks his energy returned and his blood pressure stabilized. Small corrections prevented a big tragedy. The same principle applies to many patients I see. They make healthy choices, but forget that healthy depends on the person's age, body, and medication. At 60 and beyond, the key is balance. Think of food as gentle medicine. The same compound that heals in small amounts can harm in excess. Listen to your body. If you feel dizzy after a salad, if your pressure drops unexpectedly, or if lab results change, review your diet before adding new pills. Often the solution is already in your kitchen. Let's go deeper into how these nutrients interact with common medicines. Vitamin K from greens affects anticoagulants like warfarin. Potassium from tomatoes interacts with blood pressure drugs, such as lisinopril or spironolactone. Nitrates from beets amplify vasodilators like nitroglycerin. Even natural fiber can slow absorption of thyroid medication or iron tablets. These aren't reasons to avoid vegetables. They are reasons to stay consistent and communicate with your doctor. When your diet is steady, your medication dose can stay stable too. Hydration is another underestimated factor. As we age, our thirst signal weakens. Mild dehydration thickens the blood, raises pressure, and makes every nutrient more concentrated. If you combine that with a nitrate-rich salad, the effect on pressure can double. So drink water regularly, even if you don't feel thirsty. 6 to 8 glasses a day, or as your doctor recommends, keeps circulation smooth and kidneys clear. Let's talk about cooking methods. Raw vegetables are trendy, but for many seniors, lightly cooked food is safer. Steaming softens fiber, reduces oxalates and nitrates, and makes nutrients easier to absorb. Boiling and draining greens lowers vitamin K and oxalate content if you need tighter control. Roasting vegetables with olive oil adds healthy fats that help absorb fat-soluble vitamins A, D, E, and K in balanced amounts. Avoid over-salting or heavy sauces. Simple herbs and lemon bring flavor without sodium. Fiber deserves a moment too. Adequate fiber keeps digestion smooth and cholesterol low. But if you suddenly double your fiber intake, especially while taking certain medications, you might reduce how well those drugs work. Increase fiber slowly. Allow your body to adapt, and drink enough water to help it move through your system. Some people ask me, "Doctor, should I stop eating greens altogether?" Absolutely not. Vegetables remain your best allies. They simply need moderation and awareness. Think of them as part of a partnership between you and your medicine, not as opponents. When you learn how each affects the other, you gain control instead of fear. Let's organize a few simple principles that work for almost everyone over 60. First, consistency over quantity. Small, regular portions are better than feast and famine cycles. Second, color variety. Include greens, oranges, reds, and whites. Each color brings unique antioxidants. Third, hydration. Keep water intake steady unless your doctor restricts fluids. Fourth, gentle cooking. Steam or boil lightly to preserve nutrients while reducing risks. Fifth, monitoring. Record your blood pressure in the morning and evening for a week. Then share with your doctor. And sixth, regular blood tests. Kidney function and electrolytes every 6 months keep surprises away. Some seniors find it hard to track all this. Use a small notebook or phone reminder for meals and medications. Write what you eat, when you take pills, and how you feel. Patterns will emerge quickly. Maybe dizziness after beet juice, or fatigue after skipping breakfast. This record helps your doctor fine-tune your plan faster than any test. Family support matters too. If you cook for someone over 60, remember their needs are different from yours. Serve vegetables in balanced portions, watch salt, and encourage water. Simple acts like rinsing canned beans or mixing greens with grains can make meals safer and tastier. Let's briefly look at supplements. Many people take multivitamins without realizing that some contain extra vitamin K or potassium. If you already eat plenty of vegetables, these supplements might push you over the ideal range. Always check the label and discuss it during checkups. You may discover you need less supplementation than you think. Now, what about those who are vegetarian or vegan? Plant-based diets can be excellent for seniors, but careful planning is crucial. Balance high-potassium foods with grains and low-potassium fruits like apples or berries. Rotate greens so you're not loading on one type daily. Include sources of vitamin B12, calcium, and protein to support muscle and nerve health. If you follow these adjustments, you can enjoy the benefits of a plant-based lifestyle safely. Stress, sleep, and exercise also influence how your body responds to food. Chronic stress raises cortisol, which can spike blood pressure and interfere with nutrient balance. Poor sleep changes metabolism and appetite, often leading to overeating salty or sugary foods. Gentle daily activity, walking, stretching, light gardening, keeps circulation strong and reduces clot risk better than any single vegetable ever could. Let me emphasize an important emotional truth. Aging is not about losing control. It's about learning precision. your body becomes more sensitive, but also more responsive to care. When you respect that sensitivity, you gain stability and energy. Every small choice, a measured serving, an extra glass of water, a slower bite, adds up to protection for your heart and brain. If you remember nothing else from this talk, remember this. Food is information. Every bite sends signals to your blood, your nerves, and your hormones. By giving your body the right information, steady, balanced, and kind, you help it work harmoniously even after 60. And vegetables, when chosen and timed well, remain your most powerful allies. So the next time you prepare your plate, think of balance, not restriction. Spinach and kale in moderate, regular amounts. Beetroot juice occasionally, not daily. Plenty of water between meals. Lightly cooked vegetables with a drizzle of olive oil and herbs. And above all, communication with your healthcare provider. Together, you and your doctor can make your favorite foods both safe and healing. I have seen countless patients transform their health with these small adjustments. Energy returns, dizziness fades, sleep improves, and blood tests stabilize. They didn't find a miracle cure. They simply learned to listen to their changing bodies. You can too. Age 60 and beyond is not a decline. It's a stage of refinement. Your body speaks more quietly now, but it still speaks. Listen to it. Honor its limits. Feed it gently. Because the goal isn't just living longer, it's living clearly, calmly, and confidently. So the next time someone tells you all vegetables are good no matter what, you'll know better. You'll smile and say, "They are," when you understand them. I'm Dr. Rahman, reminding you, small changes make a big difference. Take care of yourself, eat wisely, and keep your mind and heart healthy for the years ahead.